Welcome to episode number 11 of his Dallas Stars NHL 21 franchise series, and today I'm obviously playing my Dallas Stars franchise series. Obviously, Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals against the Jets at home. Last episode, well, you didn't know we were playing the Jets. Usually at the end of the episode, in an elimination game, if we win and move on in that series, usually I, in the video, show you who we're playing in the next round. But I didn't in the last episode, so we're playing the Jets, as you can see on the screen right there. As you can see also, Tyler Saden has played 8 games here in the playoffs. All 8 games. He has 11 goals, 6 assists, and 17 points. He leads the team in points in the playoffs. Stars, have played 8 games. They're 8-0, so they have 2 sweeps. They haven't lost a game yet in the playoffs. Hopefully it hasn't changed after Game 1 here in the West Final. As in the East Final, it's the New York Rangers and the Buffalo Sabres. So it's the Winnipeg Jets and the Dallas Stars in the West Final, and it's the Buffalo Sabres and the New York Rangers in the East Final. And I don't really care if we did the Stanley Cup Final the Stars do, which we should. I don't really care who we play. I don't mind, but it'd be cool to play the Sabres or the Rangers. I don't really care who we play. As long as we get the Stanley Cup Final, I don't care who we play in the Stanley Cup Final. As in the regular season, the Jets went 41, 34, and 7. We went 53, 23, and 6. So we were better points-wise. We did play them during the regular season, obviously, because first off, I think we're in the same division. I think. Second of all, well, you play every team. It's not, but we have played, or the Stars have played the Jets on camera for an episode. I believe it was episode 4 back in April in real life. I think we beat them like 6-2 or something. I don't remember. But we had 112 points. So yeah, the Jets were in our division. They were in 4th place, and they did that a wild card spot. And somehow they got to the West Final, because I mean, there's some teams better than them, like the Blues, who we beat in the previous round. We swept the Blues, and then the Avalanche. We didn't play the Avalanche, I don't think. Who did we play in the first round? I don't remember. That was the Ducks, wasn't it? Yeah, we swept the Ducks, the Anaheim Ducks, and then we swept the St. Louis Blues. And the Avalanche, they lost to the Blues in 7 games in the first round. So that's how they got out. And then the Jets beat the Oilers 4 games to 3, which is, so let me put it this way. The Jets beat the Oilers in 7 games in the second round, and then we obviously swept the Blues. So yeah, Stars, Jets, Sabres, Rangers. It's the Final 4. Oh, that's the Final 4. Yeah, Jets, Stars, Sabres, Rangers is the Final 4 here. Here in this game, I guess you could say. Yeah, let's get into Game 1. Right now, it's at American Airlines Center, May 7th, 2021. That's when the game is in this. That's when this Game 1 of the West Final is in this game. So, yeah, May 7th, 2021. Game 1 of the West Final at American Airlines Center. Let's do it. That guy's tall for the Jets. Style traditional, length 4 minutes, still semi-pro. Eye trainer is usually it was beginner, but now it's intermediate. I probably completely botched that, but eye trainer is intermediate, which I probably completely botched, like I said. Still, like I said, semi-pro, which is the second easiest difficulty here in NHL 21. And like I said, the length is 4 minutes, and like I said, the style is traditional. And like I said, the style is traditional. Let's get into Game 1 of the West Final right now. Let's watch a rendition. Oh no, it's Nick Camano in front of the behind the glass. Not sure why we're seeing Nick Camano. I know they did. I thought they only did this cutscene for Be a Pro, not a franchise. Not sure how we're seeing Nick Camano. I don't know what that was. Let's watch a rendition. James Zabalski, Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Win it. Ben Bishop's our goaltender is 8-0-0 with 4 shutouts during the playoffs. So half of his wins were via shutout, And their goaltender is Connor Hellebuck, 8-5-0 in the playoffs with 1 shutout. And the Jets are 8-6. We're 8-0 in the playoffs. They're 8-6. So that means Hellebuck didn't start one of their games for some reason. As we win the opening draw of the game, as we're on our way here in Game 1 of the West Final, Saden stopped by Hellebuck, and he passed out to his teammate. Here's Wheeler. I think it's Zach Wheeler, if I remember right. And here we go. Here's Winnipeg. The Connor! And that's a blocker save by Bishop. So in real life is injured. He hasn't played hockey since like August of 2020. But in this game we still have him. Across! Good save by Hellebuck. In this one he will not throw out. And also blown. 17:40 the dollar in the first. So everyone's growing a playoff beard. It's been pretty long, because obviously it's the 3rd round here. In 2021 Stanley Cup playoffs. Here we go. And, oh, I wanted to pass it to Radulov, but unfortunately I passed it the wrong guy. Here's, I believe, Tyler Connor, and that is the wrong team again. I did not mean to do that after we stole it. Here we go, and now the play by Ben up against the wall, and that somehow stayed in his onside play. Here's the Jets. Connor sent it wide. And big hit as Hastings got killed. Not literally, but, you know, what I'm trying to say, that missed everyone. Here's Pavelski behind the bat, or behind the net, rather. Here's Radulov, and trying to hit Ben. Ben! And that was stomped by Hellebuck up against his shoulder. 14:25 to go in the first. We have Hintz, Pavelski, Duryanov out there for us, for forwards at least. Here we go, we lose the face-off. Here's DeMello. Up ahead, the Line, Patrick Line, and he lost the putt at the line. Here's Ethan Bear, we got via free agency. And Duryanov got between the Jets player and the boards. And I had a Jets player, I was trying to center it, and it went right to Hellebuck. And it says 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points for Hintz, who leads our team in points in the playoffs, but I thought it was Saden. I think Hintz and Saden both have 17 points, and just gave a tiebreaker to Saden. Shot by Bears, stomped by Hellebuck. It was at least 7 minutes into the hockey game, no score. So I have Hintz, Pavelski, Duryanov. And it win by Pavelski over across, and intercepted by Patrick Line. Here come the Jets, and trying to toe drag, but lost the putt, or didn't lose the putt, but it was bodied. Here's Ethan Bear. Up ahead, here's Pavelski, lost the putt. Back to Duryanov, back to Pavelski, Duryanov. Oh, Bear scores! Ethan Bear! 1-0 Dallas, as they strike first in Game 1. 4th goal of the playoffs for Ethan Bear. We down him like halfway through the year or something, maybe just over halfway through the during the year, halfway through the year, maybe just over halfway through the year. I think he played like 20 games, so maybe it wasn't halfway through the year. It was after the trade deadline, I think. Oh no, I think it was after the trade deadline. So he only played like 20 games with us in the regular season. Scored no goals, and now he has scored 4 goals here in the playoffs. So I guess he's maybe just a playoff. He only plays in the playoffs, I guess. It's weird, like no goals in like 20 games. I think it was like 20, maybe 25, maybe 30 games. He only played. So I would say it was like 20 games, and he scored 0 goals. And now they're this is his 9th game. He already has 4 goals, and that hit the post. So they're like 20 games, he has no goals, and now this is his 9th game here in the playoffs, and he has 4 goals. I don't know. Here we go. Here's Kamano up ahead the Bear, Robertson. The good rookie. He's on a little bit of break. Good stuff by Hellebuck. And here's Dickinson. Around the boards. Robertson to the slot. I'm fighting. Let's fight. Fight. Let's fight. It's Dickinson and DeMello. And someone had a big hit. I'm not sure what happened. Someone hit our guy and it gave me an option to fight. Usually, I don't always take it. DeMello's helmet that's taken off. Both players' energies are in the yellow. Now Dickinson is in the red. Come on. Beat him up. Both in the red. Come on. Come on. Get him. Get him. Let's go. I won the fight. Both players' energies were 0. Dickinson wins the fight, and DeMello's taking a long time to get up. But it was a big hit on Robertson. His stick went flying. Dickinson came over to sit up for his teammate and won the fight. Is someone hurt, or was... I thought for a second I thought there was a game misconduct. Isn't Game 4 against the Blues, Jamie Benn or Kevin down game misconduct. So no game misconducts. I think Robertson's fine. I think fourth line's out there, Caliano, Fonsa, and Como. Still 1 left in Dallas. Here's Klimberg, shot, turn the side, rebound at the side of the net. As that was from basically a parallel from the goal line, and that all went by me. And that's offside, whoa, as that did go out of the zone. 7:59 to go in the first. Still 1 left in Dallas. Top 10 plus minus. All 10 guys are stars. And the first guy is Jamie Benner, captain. But the top 10 guys in plus minuses, well, Jamie Benner, captain, is first. But all 10 guys, all are stars. So it says something. Here's Stastny. Good poach hit by me. Here's Klimberg. Up ahead. Here we go. Got around the guy. Shot! Good save. Rebound was blocked. Caliano has it. Across Como. Good save by Hellebutt. I had a skate. Here's Klimberg. Fonsa. Across. Shot turned aside. Hellebutt's been good so far. Giving up that 1 goal. Here's Hastinen. Got around the guy. I came out and helped my teammate. Here we go. Shot turned aside. And it got behind Bishop, but teammate hit it out of harm's way. I thought he was going to hit it in his own net, but he didn't. Shot blocked. Here we are, Saden. Oh, Ben just got kind of hit hard, and then Ben just went beast Ben and killed the guy. Wrap around, he got killed. 3:30 remaining in the first period. Here's Stastny. White ice in front of him, but he just got hit hard as he tried the toe drag. Here's Ben. White ice in front of him. A cross shot score, Saden. 2-0 in Dallas. 2:46 to go in the first. There's Victory Green, our mascot. 12th goal in the playoffs for Saden. 17-14 in the first. 2-0 in Dallas here in game 1. Good setup by Ben. Long beard by Saden. 2:46 to go in the first period here in game 1. 2-0 in Dallas. Assisted by Ben and Radulov. And that's intercepted. The poke by Hintz. And Wheeler's maintained possession and dumps it in 2 minutes to go in the first. Up ahead to Pochet. And now behind the net, turnover by Dallas. I hit a Jets player, and that went out of the zone. And it's cleared. Here we go. There's Pavelski off a turnover. And then he turned it over right to DeMello, who's out of the box after that 5-minute major. We're fighting. Trying to toe drag, but that did not work at all. And that's turned over, though. Here's Tom Connor. Stopped by Bishop. Passes to Estel Lindell. No final second shot turned aside by Bishop after a turnover by Dallas, and then Bishop passed it out to the wrong team, and the one last shot at the buzzer is stopped by Bishop. As we're through 20 minutes here in game 1, the score is 2-0 Stars. The hits they're out hitting us 9-2. Time attack 253 to 131 in favor of us. Passing, they're at 92%, almost 93%. We're at 70. Face off 7-2 in favor of us. Just a 5 minutes penalty minutes, 5 penalty minutes for each team. This is a 5-minute major of fighting on Dickinson and with DeMello or whatever. Hopefully Robertson's okay, by the way. We outshot 11-6. That hit us 9-2, and after that I said face-offs. We want more face-offs, 7-2. We want face-offs. We won 7 face-offs. They've won 2. They hit us 9-2. We have more time on attack, which means timing our offensive zone, which is the Jets zone, and like I said, we're outscoring them 2-0, and we're outshooting them 11-6. Let's get into the second period in game 1, 2-0 Dallas. Here we go. And period number 2 is on your way as we win the open and draw of period number 2. Now I hit a skate, picked up by Winnipeg, and he just got bodied off at the line. 55 did. Here we go, and Hastings got caught up in Zabor's. Ben down with the punch! What a pass to Radulov on the doorstep, and he hits it into the back of the net. 3-0 Dallas. What a pass to Radulov on the doorstep, and he hit it home. Radulov did. 3-0 Dallas. 18:58 to go in the second. Assisted by Ben and Hastings. And here's Klimberg. Up ahead to Saden. Lost the putt in the process. Here's Blake Wheeler, I think, or something Wheeler. And Ben gets that putt. Here we go. Radulov cutting towards the net. He scores again. 4-0 Dallas. Radulov 2 goals in less than a minute. And there goes Hellebutt. Or they're back to Brassout. I don't know. I think Brasso was a starter when we played the Jets in episode 4 or whatever. Here we go, assisted by Ben and Sade, and we lost the face-off. And here we go, and that was a good poke by, I believe, me. And I did not mean to do that. That's finally ice. Unless we didn't beat it down the ice, and we do. Ben beat it by a mile, and that did not work. Here we go. Here's Wheeler, and he just got T-boned. Here's Sade, and Rachel went for the hat trick, but eventually it was Winnipeg did say. Here's Kyle Connor up ahead. And in the slot, Wheeler said, Bishop said no to Wheeler. That's what I meant to say. Dump down, and Pavelski got the punt, and backhand, and he scores. Pavelski does it all. 5-0 Dallas. 7 goal points for Pavelski, and the Stars are up 5-0. Unassisted. And here's Pavelski after, I think Bears got killed. Turned on with a backhand, turned aside. And I did not mean to do that. Here we go. Here comes Winnipeg, intercepted by Gurianov. And up ahead to Hintz. Hintz got bodied off the putt. And here's Ehlers. Kind of toe dragged to the circle in the slump, but the putt ended up in traffic. And here we go, here's 18 doing a lot of moves, but he was hit as he kind of tried to shoot it on him. Here's Pavelski. Oh, trying to split to the defenseman, but couldn't. 11:30 to go in the second period, 5-0 Dallas. Here's Stastny. Shot right in the Bishop's pads. 11:10 remaining. Radulov 1 goal from the hat trick. And we lose the face-off. Shot turned aside. Picked up by Steven Johnson. Ronovich retired, but remember this is still NHL 21. And John just got manhandled. Here's Caliano, who kind of got hit too. As we're halfway through the hockey game. 5-0 Dallas. Here we go. Good play by Andre Setera. Intercepted the pass. Lost the punt in the process. Here's Nick Camano to Setera, but they got blocked. And I tried to hit that guy. Couldn't though. Here we go. And a poke by Stephen Johns. Lost. But then he did the punt. And that got intercepted by Camano. Up at the Dickinson. Lost the puck. Here we go. And then the slide. And it's, I did a dive block. I didn't block it, but it was stopped by Bishop. 7:20 remaining in the second. 5-0 Dallas. And we win the draw in our own zone. Up ahead, Radulov looking for a hat trick. Up ahead, Ben. First line's out there, and that got Radulov ended up out of there with the punt. Sadin still has it. Score! Radulov! Hat trick for Radulov. 6-0 Dallas. As Dallas is sweeping out the trash. Not sure exactly how he scored that. I think that went 5-0 on the goaltender. At the end of the day, it was a saucer pass. A lot of chaos in the slot right there. Assisted by Sadin. It's now 6-0 Dallas. And lost the puck. Ben now lost the puck. Here we go, and is that a trip? It is a trip, so the Jets are going on the power play. Down 6-0, 5:20 they go in the second period. It's a trip on Klimberg. 6-0 Dallas, as Dallas is going to the penalty kill. And we lose the face-off. Line stopped by Bishop. And Bear clears it down the line to the ice. And the Jets will regroup. Here's Line up ahead to Kyle Connor. And lost the puck and it got hit by Pavelski. And Pavelski will hit it down the line to the ice. Como might get there first. No! Maybe it's a scramble kicked out of there. Convenient boards where the Jets player can hit the puck. 30 seconds into this power play, or for the Jets at least, and trying to do like a slap shot, lost the puck, and sent down the ice. No ice and winner on the penalty kill, by the way, that's why. Doing that. Here we go, up ahead the Kyle Connor. Here we go, and trying to toe drag, and he does, but stopped by Bishop in the heat. And then what a hit And he's been called out apparently with no fight though. Pavelski would clear it halfway through the power play, or halfway through the penalty kill for Dallas. Pavelski got all the way down there, but he tried to kick it out, went to the wrong team though. Here's Morrissey. Here we go. Line eventually enters the zone, but got demolished by myself. Here's Bear. Across, and Pavelski kind of lost the puck. 30 seconds to go on this power play for the Jets. They haven't had a shot, but they haven't really had anything else. To poach. Here's Wheeler to save, and there's a sit down in the corner. And here we go. Ellers across, stopped by Bishop. Pass out the center, and he clears it. It's the center ice. 12 to go on the power play. And the poach shot, and that is had to touch up because it was off. Delay offside. One last rush. And shot, score! As I did a dive block. As I thought he was going to shoot it, but then he saw me go down the dive block. And Patrick Line just does backhand forehand. Once I went in the dive block, and he scores. And there goes Bishop's shutout. And it's now 6-1. And that was, I believe, a power play goal. But, yes, it was. It was in the final sentence of the power play. As you can see, Sekera dove block, or did a dive block, which was I was user in Sekera, and then once that happened, Line just went backhand forehand and beat Bishop to the glove side. It's now 6-1 Dallas. 6-1 Dallas. 3:24 to go here in the second. Assisted by Morrissey and Ellers, I think, or Ethers. Here we are. Here's Haston up ahead to Ben. Here's Saden, rather. Here we go on a break! It's a good save by the goaltender, and he covers with 2:35 remaining. Top 10 in goals. Saden second with 11. Ben 7th with 7. And Pavelski's 9th with 6, it said. Blake Wheeler was first, and he's on this team. Now we lose the face-off to the Vander boards. Radulov got it. I'm not sure why there was no one in that on the board, because it was 5-on-5. Here's Winnipeg, minute 50 to go in the second, 6-1, and Klimber just hit that guy hard, but then I passed to Klimber and he missed the pass. 1 minute remaining here in the period. Here's the Jets coming out the other way to Pochek. Here's Radulov up ahead. Already has 3 goals, looking for 4. I'm not sure why it was I didn't want to backhand it, but he did. Glove save by the goal, he throws it out. Looking for a buzzer beater, Winnipeg is to have possibly one more chance, but it did a hit at the end. And that's the end of the second period. We're through 2 periods of play here in game 1. The score is 6-1 Stars. We're out shooting them 18-14, so we've scored 6 goals and 18 shots. So we've scored our goal on a third of our shots. We've won 12 faceoffs, they've won 7. We have 7 penalty minutes, they have 5. They're 1 for 1 on the power play. We haven't had a power play, and opposite that, they've had a minute and 56 seconds of power play time. So that power play goal is scored 4 seconds to go on their first and only power play right now. As that was scored by Line A. Obviously, Radulov has 3 goals and an assist. But in that second period, we scored 4 goals, they scored 1. Now it's in the third period here in game 1 with the Stars up 6-1. Apparently, the Winnipeg has an injured skater. They went to open the draw of the third. And they poached it at the line. Sheffield just got killed. So it's like Winnipeg had an injured player, then it's probably a hit. And here we go. There's Wheeler stomped by Bishop, and he covers just over a minute into the third. Bishop has 14 saves on 15 shots. Did face-off win, but that missed my player, and that's going to be probably icing. And this time, the Jets would get to the dots first, icing against Dallas. And we lose the face-off. Here we go. Shaw was behind the goalie. He was pumping around. I mean, didn't mean to be behind Bishop. Top 10 points, you can see. Saden's 5th, Hintz is 7th, and Ben's 10th, and Blake Wheeler's 1st. Seems like Blake Wheeler is really good, but he hasn't had a point yet. Or a goal. And we lose the face-off again. Across, there's Ethers. Blake Wheeler is out there. And Shaw trying to aim at Bishop. And picked up by Klimber after A little bit of a juicy rebound by the goalie. Good save. And there was no one in the crush for the rebound. Here we go, trying to toe drag, but he just got hit right when he tried to toe drag it. And here we go, lost the puck, but Radulov ends up out of there with the puck. And he does not score. Then a slide, and the guy, which was Pavelski, was tied up. So 5 minutes into the third period, Stars still leads by 5, and that is a penalty, and they're doing the power play then. 6 on 5 for the Jets, and they pull their goalie. Shot! That tipped over the net, and we touch it, but the Jets again are doing the power play. 13:56 to down. 13:56 to go here in the third. It's now 6-1, or it's still 6-1 Dallas. 13, so it's tripping on hints at 6:04. 13:56 to go here in the third. 6-1 Dallas, and the Jets are going on their second power play of the game, and they're 1 for 1 on the power play with 5 shots, and we lose the face-off. Slapper blocked by Fatsa. Can't clear though. Johnswood did it and cleared off his own man to hit the back of Fatsa. Fatsa just blocked the shot with Donut and did it. Dickinson has it, and there was no one in the slot. Here we go, and here we go. Let's pass it back. 10 more time. Pass it back. Pass it back. Make sure the Jets are the first one to go down there. It's still in time here. And eventually I hit it down the ice as they're 30 seconds into the power play. Remember, no icing when we're on the penalty kill. Here we go, did poach check. Wheeler just got rocked! And here's Dickinson short-handed. Hits it around the boards. Shot! Or actually, Pavelski just got nailed, and hopefully he's not injured. I thought I saw him like holding something. Here we go, a poach check by Ethan Bear, and now it's up against the wall, kicked out of there. Filing down to Bear, and it's sent down the ice, and playing it is the goaltender. And he kind of kicked it there. Remember, you can't play in outside the trap. You can't play in the forbidden zone, which you probably don't know what the forbidden zone. Here's the Jets, and that guy hit one of my dives up ahead to Como, and he clears it. 35 seconds to go on the power play. Let's hit the goalie. He kind of absorbed that. Here we go. Here's Winnipeg. Here we go. Shaw missed the net. Bishop could have covered that. He didn't. Cleared down, at least the center ice, by Dallas. Here we go. And Shaw turned aside by the blocker of Bishop. And now out of there. And cleared by Como. And that's going to be it for the power play. And then down there is Pavelski. And the power play is now over as the Jets are now 1 for 2 on the man advantage, blocked by Stastny. 11:30 remaining in the game, 6-1 Dallas still. Here we go to the slot, and got intercepted by Radulov. Here's Dickinson, and he just got killed. And the guy who hit him literally hit the state of Dickinson. Dickinson's taking forever to get up, and that is blocked. A lot of hitting. Obviously, the Jets have an injured player. I think Pavelski down in the third. Here we go, and good play. Little still has it though. In the circle to the crease, went through the blue paint, and now behind the net or below the goal, and shot turned aside. And Bishop got the rebound, passes to the corner. I want to keep it moving, just because. Here we go. Here's Sagan. No, neither team has scored here in the third. There's 7.5 minutes to go in the third. 6-1 Dallas. 7 minutes remaining here in game 1. Here's Lino. Scored the only goal for Winnipeg. And Sagan, I didn't have the puck, but then he lost it. Up ahead, the Ellers. Here we go. And toe drag right around me. Stopped by Bishop. And I had a wrong player, but Radulov ended up getting it. Dumps it down. And Sagan's the first one that did that. And he just got hit hard, too. A lot of hitting going on. Here's Line. And Line just got hit hard, too. A lot of hitting here. Turned over. Klimber has that. Up at Radulov. Across, and that lost the puck. Klimber holds it, though. Shaw blocked by something. Might have been Radulov. But now there's so much hitting. There's only 3.5 minutes to go in the game. 6-1 Dallas. Klimber just cut off the Jets player at the blue line. Shot! Might have hit the goalie's glove. Or it went wide. The slot hit Taliano's skates. Taliano's got hit hard. I'm not sure what's happening. Now it's in the corner. 2 minutes remaining. And hit out of there. Hastings has it though. Shot! Gloved by the goaltender has been, I think he's doing it for goal. I'm not exactly sure. I think he has. I'm not exactly sure. Here we go. Here's the Jets. Shot. I did a dive block, and I did a dive block not in the in the shot lane where he shot it. I tried to, but I accidentally did it not in the shot lane, and I tripped the dive. I tripped. So that is a penalty. It's obstruction, which is tripping, which I know that's super confusing. So let me put it this way. It is obstruction because tripping is when you trip it's still tripping here, but if you look at the line here, it says rat fata obstruction tripping minor. Tripping is when you trip a die when it's just tripping, no obstruction or whatever. That's when you trip a die with the putt. When you trip a die without the putt, it's still tripping, but in front of it says obstruction. It says obstruction dash tripping, and then in parentheses it says minor. So it's like, yeah. That's what I mean. So it's the third power play of the game for the Jets, but they're not going to do all of it because there's only 57 seconds to go in the game. I tried to do a dive block in the shooting lane. Instead, I accidentally didn't do it in the shooting lane, and I tripped a dive without the putt. So that's why I said obstruction tripping, which I know it's kind of confusing. But either way, it's a 2-minute minor for obstruction tripping. You just say tripping or whatever, but officially it's a 2-minute minor for obstruction dash tripping. Like, not a dash, like, not this kind of dash, a dash that does horizontal, not, like, diagonal. But in the forbidden zone where a goalie can't play the putt, you can see, see, right here, so he can play it here between this line. Basically, he can play it where that player behind the net is. He can play it between that line and that line. But you can't play it here over in the corner. You can't play it behind the goal line in this corner. Like, you can't play it where basically the circle is right there. You can't play it in there, or it's a penalty. Same then for over here. You can't play it where that circle is. You can't play it to the left of that line that goes vertical, and you can't play it behind the goal line. So or if he does, it's a 2-minute minor for the delay game. Here we go. 6-1 Dallas still. Has run the penalty kill for the third time. Jets are 1 for 2 on the power play with 6 shots. Winning the faceoff. Lost the puck. Wheeler! Good save by Bishop. And here we go. Here's Lowry. Stopped by Bishop. Passing out the second, and he clears it down, 200 feet or whatever. See, this is legal. You can play this. And he left it there. And picked up by some player. I'm not sure who it was. It was some, like, Japanese or Korean name or something, I think. Here we go. And it got intercepted by Hintz. Here's Dickinson. I said that fighting major earlier who got hit hard. Here we go. Here's Dickinson. Oh, my goodness. Here's Johns. 20 seconds to go. Here's Lowry. Lost him. Or didn't hit him. Here we go. And that was behind Sheffield. Slapper! Blocked, I believe. And another shot turned aside. And Bishop will pass it out to Johns in the corner. And it's not cleared. And Slapper blocked in front, and that is your game. Stars win game 1. And the salute. Stars win game 1 here in the West Final, 6-1 over the Jets. It's only 6-1, and they actually outshot us. So the third star, then it said, was Jamie Benn, no goals, 3 assists, 1 hit. First star's on Radulov. Second star will probably maybe Sadin. Yeah, second star, 1 goal, 2 assists, 2 hits, and the first star will be Radulov, who had 3 goals and an assist, I think. And yeah, Radulov, 3 goals, 1 assist, 2 hits. It's the first stars. The first star was Radulov, second star was Sadin, and the third star was first star was Alexander Radulov, second star was Tyler Sadin, and the third star was Jamie Benn, the Stars captain. As in that third period, they outshot us 10-4. We only had 4 shots. We outshot them 11-6 in the first. They outshot us 8-7 in the second, and outshot us. So basically, the Stars outshot the Jets 11-6 in the first. The Jets outshot the Stars 8-7 in the second, and the Jets outshot us 10-4 in the third. So officially the shots were 24-22 in favor of the Jets. They outshot us by 2, but we outscored them by 5. And faceoffs were 14-11 in favor of us. Shots were 24-22 in favor of the Jets, and the goals obviously were 6-1 in favor of us. We scored 2 goals in the first, 4 in the second, none in the third, and the Jets scored none in the first, 1 in the second, which was on the power play, and none in the third as well. Yeah, I mean, so we scored 6 goals on 22 shots. The Stars scored 6 goals on 22 shots, and the Jets scored 1 goal on 24 shots. So that's not a good save percentage for either goaltender, or at least as a team, because obviously the Hellebuck came out of the game. That's not a good save percentage when you do up 6 goals on 22 shots, because literally, I think coming into the third period we had 18 shots and we had 6 goals on 18 shots, which that means we had a goal on a third of our shots, and we had 6 goals on 22 shots, while the Jets had 1 goal on 24 shots. So they outshot us by 2, the Jets did, but we outscored them by 5. So yeah, we had 11 penalty minutes. They had 5, which is the 5-minute major for fighting, and obviously we had the 5-minute major for fighting, along with 3 2-minute minors, all for tripping. And they went 1 for 3 in the power play with 4 minutes and 53 seconds of power play time. We never had a power play, so we had no power play minutes, and neither team had a short end. The goal time attack, 6:53 for us, 5:39 for them. They out-hit us 20-13. They outshot us 24-22, but we outscored them 6-1. And face-offs are 14-11 in favor of us. And like I said, they outshot us 24-22, They out-hit us 20-13, and outshot us 24-22, but we outscored them 6-1. So yeah, like I said, so we outscored them 6-1. They outshot us 24-22 and out-hit us 20-13, but we outscored them 6-1. Yeah, next episode of a series will be the first elimination game for either. The next episode of a series will be the first elimination game for either team in the series, and it doesn't matter if it's elimination game for us or the Jets. Bottom line, the next episode of a series will be the first elimination game for either team in this series, and it will be Game 4, Game 5, or Game 6. Okay, that's time with no snowboard. If you hit the like button, subscribe if you want to tell your mom, dad, grandma, parents, and those special friends about these videos. And yeah, I'm going to see you in episode number 12 of the Dallas Stars NHL 21 franchise series. See you in episode number 12, and eat a lot of bacon and go Stars.